Hi, welcome to this video where I'm going to showcase a little bit of my legend run that I did in the last weekend. I started at 1800 elo, 1832, and I had 40 sets to do it, the Go Battle League weekend. And I did it, so that was pretty nice. I did it in 36, 37 sets. It was pretty tough. We had all open leagues this rotation, and I find it the most tedious because at some point your inspiration is just up when there's the same leagues the whole time, right? So I got quite some battles. I got like 2 Master League battles to show. I did the first 12 sets with Master League, and then the remainder in Great League. I think I played another 15 or so with one team, and then closed off with the second team. I will show the teams right here. So the Master League team is Zacian, Shadow Mewtwo, and Zekrom. Zekrom can be replaced by Dialga in this team, and Shadow Mewtwo obviously by normal Mewtwo. I run Flamethrower on Shadow Mewtwo because otherwise I'm way too weak to Metagross. I would definitely recommend either Flamethrower or Focus Blast on Mewtwo here. Zacian and Mewtwo is a very strong and unique core. It isn't really breakable. They're both very flexible Pokemons. I don't find Zacian as good in the higher elos. People know how to play around it, but in lower elos it breaks Dragon Steel cores pretty nicely. Then there's the second team, the Medicham, Shadow Walrein, and Talonflame. I really like the Medicham Talonflame core. It's only really broken by Azuro, and even that is only a soft loss for Medicham. Talonflame with shields down is incredible, and Walrein, Shadow Walrein, is the Pokemon to get shields down because, as you may have noticed, Icicle Spear is absolutely broken right now, and you know, you might as well enjoy it for now because that thing is definitely gonna get nerfed in a while. And the last team where I actually hit Legend with is the Sableye Registeel core, accompanied with a Shadow Beedrill. Shadow Beedrill doesn't hard beat a lot of stuff in the current meta, but it's still very good. The Shadow bonus actually makes the X-Scissor a respectable move. So that's nice. With shields up, it's pretty good against fighters. Shields down, it can hit like steel types pretty good. Obviously, you still die to a Zap Cannon and some lock-ons, so that's not great. But obviously, Beedrill is a Pokemon that's very, very strong with shields up. So yeah, that worked pretty well in the last for the last 100 elo or so. We're gonna go right into these battles. As I said, 2 Master League battles first. I lead here Zacian into Kyogre. This is not a good lead for me. This is not a good lead at all. So I go into Mewtwo. As you can see, the Flamethrower on my Mewtwo, and I have Close Combat Play Rough on my Zacian. Even if I had Wild Charge, I probably wouldn't stay in there because Kyogre just beats everything that's not a dragon. And they call my bait. Is the bait though? If you ever see a Shadow Mewtwo, it's very unlikely they also run Shadow Ball, right? Because that thing is already so expensive to build, and you probably want the flexibility on it. This is only a Pokemon you really get one off. Actually 2, but one of them is very likely bad IV, so I prefer this not to be Shadow Ball. Yeah, I don't know if my opponent runs a Shadow Ball though, because I always assume that if I run into a Mewtwo in Master League, they run Shadow Ball. That's just what everyone runs right now, especially Shiny. Shiny Mewtwo, always Shadow Ball. Everyone's dumping their Elite TMs on it. Yeah, they double shield as well. And they swap back into Kyogre, that's fine for me. I go straight into my Zekrom here. Zekrom has a very strong matchup against Kyogre. And as you can see, I run Outrage on it. The reason for that is because my Zekrom is a closer, solely as a closer. It's just supposed to, like, Mewtwo's supposed to get shields down, as it did here, and then Zekrom can possibly one-shot the rest of the team. Outrage helps a lot against, like, Dialga. It does make things like Giratina and shields up worse. And here, I barely don't get to my Wild Charge! That sucks. That makes this game actually really tough now, because, if I got there, if I got to that move, oh, that would have been beautiful. I would have one-shot 2 of these Pokemons. I bring back my Mewtwo, and I have almost 2 Side Strikes here. This Side Strike will do a ton from Shadow Mewtwo. If you thought normal Mewtwo hits hard, well, look at this bad boy. Here we go. Almost dead. My Mewtwo, however, is gonna die. And the opposing Mewtwo still has some energy, so that's kind of tough. Obviously, normal Mewtwo would survive then and probably get to a second Side Strike there, so there's the offset. And my opponent does refuse Shadow Ball. Chat, don't throw Shadow Ball in neutrals in situations where Side Strike is neutral too. Because Side Strike is 10 less energy, still does more damage. That's how strong it is. It's just it's an Avalanche clone, right? If you've played Mamoswine or anything like that, you know how strong Avalanche is. Also on the right side you see my actual run, how my sets went in during the Go Battle weekend as well. And the elo that's with it. So that's one win in Master League. Here we go. Zacian Dialga. I kind of want to showcase how I prefer to play this out. Yes, weak connection. I always like, well, not always, but I prefer to throw immediately because I intend to shield anyway, right? An Iron Head, if I'm not debuffed, already does so much. So yeah, I catch the Iron Head here, but I always just throw immediately because I intend to shield either way if I stay in. This time I decided to catch. If your opponent is good at timing, if you're around that elo where opponents actually try to play really well, really try hard, then they time their moves. Obviously, that's how we do it. And catching is very hard with Snarl. It's very hard. But if you're in the elo where people are less likely to count or to time, you can catch these Iron Heads. You really can. Also, this is an interesting swap, obviously, by my opponent, swapping the Kyogre into my Zekrom. That means there has to be Giratina in the back, or something that's weak to Zekrom, even weaker to Zekrom. Probably not a Vaporeon. They throw Surf. They have 2 Surfs even. I think I have to shield one. Might survive barely. But I don't want to take the risk because if there's Giratina on the back, the fast move damage adds up a lot there. So that's how I play this one out. Close combat should take out this big whale, and Mewtwo with a shield up is unbeatable. If I had Ice Beam or Shadow Ball here, I believe I can throw that and Psycho Cut down even, but we'll see. Just 2 Psycho Cut, 2 Side Strikes should do the job as well. Yeah, their win con is the boost, so I should have actually thrown immediately, so they don't get if they get the boost after I throw, then my Side Strikes do less, of course, right? So I don't want that, but it's fine. Look at how much this does. But also look at how much the Shadow Claws does. Yeah, that should be game. That should be game. Alright, so those were the 2 Master League battles I have for you. Now we're gonna skip to Great League, where I run the Medicham, Shadow Walrein, and Talonflame team. I get a good lead here, and people really like to safe swap their Nidoqueen. Shadow Walrein, not really an answer to Nidoqueen. G-Fisk and Swampert, those are answers to Nidoqueen. This, not really. And you'll see why. Because the Nidoqueen just CMPs with me here. Oh, actually I lag, and I think he gets like 3 more through, but it's whatever. Some people decide to CMP on the second move. Some people decide to double shield for me down, but Nidoqueen flips that. Nidoqueen flips that against Shadow. So I lose swap there, but shields are down. Shields are down. I repeat. Shields are down. I just farm with Medi here. Medi's pretty bulky, can take these moves, and I intend to close with Talonflame anyway. If someone leads Walrein and runs like a bastard on the back, they're absolutely crazy. So, not sure what to expect. Maybe a Trevenant, a Sableye. He's gonna swap in immediately, hoping to get a farm down or an advantage in energy, which I do get. And double Flame Charge should do this. Flame Charge is not a strong move, but if you just boost up, it's fine. It's very expensive too, right? And then if you are double boosted and you can Break Bird something, that will hurt them. I'll just throw another one immediately, so I don't have to use my second shield, right? I need a while to build up to the next move. Comes the Flame Charge, and in the back is Trap, Sableye. Very common with paired with Walrein. It's a Kofagrigus. This thing has been becoming more popular as well. They throw right before me. I mean, I just need one Brave Bird to take this game. They throw the Dark Pulse. I think Dark Pulse and Shadow Ball is the preferred moveset you want on Kofa in this meta. You don't really need Psychic. Like Shadow Ball already one-shots most Psychic type, Poison types. And the fighters, they don't do much against the pure fighters don't do much against Kofa. Medi into Basti, that's a beautiful lead. And they usually, I already look at their save swap, they swap in Sableye. Like, almost always Sableye. And Walrein is busted. Yes, this is not really a hard counter, but Walrein just wins everything. If you're not weak to it, Walrein wins. Walrein just wins. I'll throw the Ice Spear here. Most Sableye's no shield, because they know they survive and get to another one, which is smart. But if you throw an Earthquake, if you try to be smart and throw an Earthquake and they happen to shield, you can lose this. So just go straight Ice Spear if you want to keep this, which is fine. They get the farm down on the Bastiodon. I don't care. I have my Medi on that Basti. I mean, I can't have my talent on it, obviously. But as long as my Medi is on the Basti, you're all good. You're all good so far. Unless they have like a wicked core breaker here. But we're even shields now. Bastion has some energy, but Flamethrower does like 20% tops. They even take 2 counters there. Let's see. This is a Flamethrower. It's gonna do like 20 maybe. Yeah, it doesn't do much. Not at all. And here I make a massive misplay, I thought, when I swapped in. But you need to realize there is a Bastiodon. There is a Bastiodon still. So I need to get rid of... I just need to get rid of my bird, honestly. And in comes the Brave Bird here. I instant Brave Bird because I don't expect them to shoot the first move. They probably would think that I Flame Charge and then Brave Bird. But I had no intention of winning that matchup with talents, so... I just Brave Bird instantly. They have to throw still or I get to my next one. Good counting by my opponent. And now it's gonna be a bit of a race. Play Rough won't kill me yet, but obviously I don't have much to throw into Bastiodon. So if I don't take this out and either Play Rough, I'm very much in trouble. Right? Because what am I gonna throw in Bastiodon? A Psychic? I think he smacks me down if I either Play Rough. So luckily I get the bait here. Not sure it was necessary. I didn't count his moves anymore, but we take him out and Bastiodon can't do anything here. The RPS Pokemon gets RPS. Haha. It's a choice you make. Medi into Altaria. This is probably the most common combination I've faced in the weekend. Altaria, Registeel, and it's obnoxious. The way I play it out, just sweep with talent in the back. This matchup is very dependent on how my opponent plays it. I usually tend to shield maybe once if they shield. This time I let it go. If I sneak a counter here because of their mistiming, I get to another Ice Punch. So, right? Yeah, I get to another one. So let's say they didn't shield. I actually win the 0 shields here. If they time it well, I unfortunately faint with it. But that's okay. Walrein is not going to have play in the back anyway. Right? They have to... Oh, this is not an answer, but... Usually people have like Toxicroak or Medicham with Altaria. Doesn't really make that much sense, but... Right, because it's not great against... Toxicroak is not a Charm monster. But it is what it is. And I land the Earthquake here. That's a huge Earthquake. Because I need that damage. Shadow Walrein is annoying. That's why I'm using one. He baits me. Very good bait. I'll pay him back for that. By catching the Earthquake. This is resisted on my Fire Flying type. But then that's more damage than I expected. The Altaria is still alive though, so that's kind of tough. But it's very low. It's very low. Right? Yeah. I'm not sure if I can incinerate this down. I will throw a Flame Charge though. And then I need to kill him in 3 Incinerates. That's a lot to ask for. So I throw the Flame Charge right here. Get some boosted Incinerates on this Altaria. If I incinerate down, I might be able to win. But he lets that go. Interesting. Probably shields this. Not sure what the idea is there. They probably know I have a lot of Walrein energy. Honestly, if they shield, I'm not sure if they can beat my Walrein so much energy either, right? If they take out my my Talon with their Altaria, I still don't think I win, because I was loaded with energy there. Alright, this is against my friend Colin. It's gonna be a tough one. He's pretty good. And he obviously gets a lead against me. I've not really found a way yet to win against these teams consistently, because it's always Scrafty in the back. This is a very good core right now with the lack of Skarmory, and I like it when they throw. If they throw Foul Play, I have to shield if I want to get the 2 Icicle Spears. So this is fine. I should get the 2 Icicle Spears here. So yeah, the problem I'm facing with these teams, they're always strong against Walrein in the back, which is tough. Sometimes like double fighter, it could be Sableye, it could be Mandibuzz, could be Lickitung, could be Walrein, and then paired with a Scrafty or something. And look at this, I almost take this out. 1 HP, literally 1 HP. Ridiculous. So maybe I should, the way I should play it out is stay in with Nido, just get 2 shields with Maddie, and then sweep with Talon maybe, perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, they have the Walrein in the back, normal Walrein, and I assume they keep their shields for Nido, so I throw immediately here, the Brave Bird. I assume they don't shield, but Bamboozled, they do shield. And I swap in my Medi, they throw an Icicle Spear. This does respectable damage, but what do you even shield? Icicle Spears, Poison Fangs, they're not like the strongest moves. And now I have to get to like 2 Ice Punches. Ice Punch does more or less 50% on a Nidoqueen. And I do shield the first Poison Fang. I'm probably gonna have to double shield then. This is a rough matchup. Like, if you get shields down, this is not bad for Medi. Shields up, Nido just beats everything. And it's so annoying. I will shield this move as well. He has no shields left. He has no shields left. I'm still 2 off the Psychic. I think if I go for the Psychic... oh, I barely don't take him out! Oh, he barely... Look at that, 1 HP again on the Nidoqueen. That's a very close game, because now this Ice player will kill. Oh, and if the Nidoqueen fainted there, I probably would have won, because I would survive an Ice Spear and I'll probably get to that Brave Bird. It is what it is. Well played. So very close matchup there. It's very tough to come back from a Nidoqueen lead. Next game, we got Sableye into Azumarill. So we're gonna look into the winning team here, right? That got me to Legend. Looks like I gained about 220 points with this line to get there. And I always try to catch a play rough there. It doesn't always go as consistently. Worst case scenario, I have to play out the 2 shields with Sableye, but here I catch. Azumarill lead can be something like double ghosts in the back, which is tough for Registeel. And depending on the type of ghost, the bee doesn't do great either. And this thing is pretty scary. 2 Zap Cannons will almost take it out. It might take it out even. But with Trevenant, it's always an iffy matchup. If you have enough energy advantage, you can win this in the 0 shields. If not, they... oh, I think if they didn't... I think that's a good throw by them. Because if they didn't, I may have gone to a Zap Cannon. But yeah, they throw the Seed Bomb. I have some energy here, counting perfectly before the next Seed Bomb. And take this out. Now I have Sableye with quite some energy against an empty Azumarill. Let's see what they do. They bring in the Azumarill and I bring in the Beedrill. They bring in Alolan Marowak. So this is actually, I think generally Ariados is better than Beedrill in its role, but Beedrill has more flexibility, and this is one of them. This Drone would almost take out the... Oh, it might take it out from there actually. I'm not sure. And I'll throw another Drill Run. I have a Foul Play loaded already. So if I can get it into like Foul Play range, I'm not sure if it's there yet. I can do 1 Shadow Claw in between his moves, because I know he has 2. If he would CMP here and he survives, he can get 2 Shadow Bones off. So that's why I do 1 Shadow Claw. We CMP again, or sorry, we CMP here. instead of the previous one, because I did one Shadow Claw to get a little bit of extra damage, and now the Foul Play takes it out. Now I have a shield up against an empty Azumarill, and that should be a fairly winnable game. So Azumarill double Ghost is very playable, but you need to play it perfectly. Luckily, Beedrill is a very flexible Pokemon. It could even beat Sableye in the 2 shields, though it's a very close matchup. So it can do a lot, but taking out both Sableye and Azumarill is very unlikely. Take a look at the next match. Sableye into Umbreon. Terrible lead, terrible lead. I just go in my hard answer here. And they have Nidoqueen to answer. Nidoqueen and Dark types, they just go hand in hand. Hand in hand. They love each other. They just love each other. The good thing is, Registeel wins the 0 shields here. Unless they're very fast and they Poison Fang and then Earth Power me. But it's also very predictable, right? Because then I might just shield the Earth Power next. I don't shield this move, that's for sure. Because I survive 1 Earth Power. As you can see there. An Earthquake, however, would take me out. The Poison Fangs don't really add up that much. Even if he would throw a Poison Fang there. Sorry, the Poison Jabs don't really add up. Even if he throws a Poison Fang there, like... I still survive. But now, my opponent's pretty smart. He's going for the full farm down here. And I think he's gonna get it. That's an incredible farm down. He's probably at 100 energy now. And I don't have any energy on the Sableye here. I know shield the first move, expecting them to bait first, then Earth Power. But they Earth Power immediately, so that kind of hurts. This is not looking great now. So Beedrill has like ground moves, right, for Umbreon, but sorry, it has bug moves, but it's not that great. Like you need 3 still, and unfortunately this Nidoqueen still gets to Poison Fang. Nidoqueen is just super annoying. It even could beat the Beedrill in the 2 shields. There's actually a decent matchup for Beedrill with shields up, because 2 Exorcises plus a couple Poison Jabs will take this Deoxys out. So maybe there's a little chance. And I'll just throw another one just before his potential Psycho Boost. It's likely that he shields this though, yeah. Because I still have 2 shields here, right? And he wants to get those shields. Deoxys is usually pretty nice to see for me, even if it's in the lead or sometimes if it's in the back. Obviously not on Walrein, it's probably one of the harder Walrein answers. But like, I just know if they lead like Deoxys and swap in their Walrein or something, I know that with my shields up, the Beedrill still wins against Deoxys. So you can move around, you can maneuver around like that. I need 3 X's here and a catch probably. Let's see if I can do this. If I catch, I win. But I don't. I thought they'd do one more. That's unfortunate. And the foul play won't kill. My foul play won't kill him. I will get to a foul player. And yeah, I think they're at their own move now, so that's game. Umbreon lead always combined with a freaking Beedrill makes it very tough, but you can't really say swap Beedrill in that case, because people will just bring in their Nidoqueen and double shield Poison Fang through it. You just lose like that. For our next match, we got a good lead here. We got Sableye into Nidoqueen. I resist the Poison Jabs here. And I expect my opponent to try and catch or just go straight Fang here. So yeah, 1 foul play comes in. This does massive damage to Nidoqueen. If they stay in, it doesn't always have to mean something. They might just try to catch on a Scrafty or something. You have to be careful of that. And I think I want to win this matchup because I want my Beedrill on their Scrafty if they have one. Still no catch. Still no catch. Really wondering what they have now. They shield again. And at this point, I think they can go straight Poison Fang. Not sure if they win though. I don't think they win the 2 shields. Let's see. No, they shouldn't. Because I still have a shield here. They get me very low though. And I even let it go. Why do I do that? I don't remember why I did this. Winning the lead will be pretty nice. There's no Reggie of them to farm me down with. I'll take the Poison Fang here, I guess. My Beedrill probably already gonna be half dead here. As you can see here, Shadow Beedrill is super fragile. Yes, I get the farm down here, but these resisted poison jabs are really adding up on me. My Beedrills are like 25%. In comes Medi. This is not a Beedrill answer. This cannot counter down a Beedrill. Not that easily, at least. Because counter is double resisted on Bug and Poison. They catch on their Scrafty. This is a genius play by my opponent, right? They might even know it, but my Reggie is not gonna like two of these fighters. So I'm gonna bring it in right away. I need some luck here. It looks like they're gonna go for foul play. And on top of that, if they have Power Punch on Medi, it's still tough. So I shield the foul play correctly here, that's good. And then take out the Scrafty. Now if they have Power Punch or Dynamic Punch on Medi, this is not great. Otherwise, Reggie is actually not bad against Medi. I know it can win the 0 shields, which is ridiculous. That is if the Medi doesn't have Power Punch. Or Good IV Reggie actually still can with a slight energy advantage. Yeah, it is a Psychic. Psychic does a little bit of damage, but not enough. And my Reggie gets to another Zap Cannon, and that's game. Yeah, Medi is not that much of a Reggie answer anymore. It used to be, but not anymore. Let's go take a look at the next game here. We got Sableye into Walrein. This is a very annoying lead. A very annoying lead. There's usually Trevenant in the back. I would love to have my B on that, but at least with one shield, I guess. Otherwise, it's not great. No shield this move. I know it's an Ice Spear. I mean, why would you throw anything else? It's just such a great move. And I'll go for foul play on the CMP. I can win this if I return them and they no shield, but I don't think they will. Yeah, they will shield. They will shield. So, good play by me, baiting with the foul play. Maybe I can win it now with the return. If I get there, trying to race him. There we go. On the CMP again. Let's see what he does. Actually, maybe I should have thrown the foul player, because I could like farm down me with the Registeel. They let it go, that kills, and in the back is their own Sableye. Bring in the Beedrill. Not sure if that's the correct play. But I am expecting maybe a Medi in the back. Would be nice to keep my Sableye for that. Might also be a Treff. I could use my Sableye as a catch still, so let's see. The X-Scissor is gonna do some nice damage here. Yeah, that does good damage. I'll throw again on the CMP event. So if they want to shield here, that's fine. Then I can farm out with Reggie maybe. That probably would have been too much. And there's the Nidoqueen again. I'm just gonna go throw before the drill, and I'm not sure if that's smart. He obviously was going for the farm down, but if he throws, then my Beedrill couldn't do anything. At least I get the shield now, which is huge. There's a Reggie now against a Nidoqueen, and he needs a Poison Fang and an Earth Power. Let's see what they do. Again, Reggie wins this in 0 shields, but this Nidoqueen has quite the energy lead, so that's not great. It is the Poison Fang. Now the Earth Power might kill me. And I tried to catch, but unsuccessfully. They throw a Poison Fang. I think that's smart at some point, because I probably would get to a foul play. And now my debuff is gone, right? Clearing your debuff is important here. And I make a misplay here. I make a misplay here. 2 Zap Cannons kill. It's 1 turn more it takes 1 turn longer to get there. But I need to Zap Cannon here. And you're gonna see why. They land the Earth Power. Earth Power brings me low. And now they can jab and throw a Fang. If I Zap Cannoned, they couldn't do that. They had to build to another Earth Power. And I built way faster. Look at how close it is. Probably 1 or 2 turns. 1 or 2 turns. Very, very close game. Another game. We got the Sableye into Azumarill. Again, I always try to play it the same way. Try to catch on the Registeel. Having the Sableye built with, having the Sableye set up with a lot of energy helps, because I might need that against opposing ghosts in the back. Let's see. They do Play Rough. Play Rough will do a ton of damage here. And I go for the return. I don't like throwing this actually, because the Zap Cannon already does so much, especially after Shadow Claws might take out Azumarill, but it is what it is. And now we're gonna try to catch! Boom! Got it! This is huge. I need the energy on Sableye. You need the energy on Sableye here. Because it might be like an AWAC, or their own Sableye, or a Trev. It could be any of those. This is smart. If you are Sableye versus Reggie, you always want to throw before they throw. Because otherwise you're debuffed. And then it does way less damage. In comes Zap Cannon. So do massive damage to Sableye. Look at that. Beautiful. And I might be able to get to Focus Lost. Because he is debuffed now. Do I get there? Maybe? Perhaps? Let's see. I do survive, and I get 2 Focus Blast. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, so that actually gives me Switch, or a Shield Advantage, which would be huge for my Beedrill. They do let it go. Now I can align my Beedrill to this Azumarill. An Ice Beam or Hydro would do a lot of damage, though. B just dies so many things. And it's an Altaria in the back. This Pokemon's frustrating. I think it's bad. It's a cheap build. If you haven't played for that long, I understand if you run Altaria, but there's Wall, Rain, Regicore everywhere. It doesn't beat Nidoqueen consistently. There's still Azumarill. It only beats like Swampert, and even fighters are so-so. So, I mean, if you like the Altaria, go for it, but I think it's one of the worst things you can run. It pairs very well with Reggie though, but Walrein still is a pain in the ass. I have to shield this move, and then I jab down and get to a draw on the Azumarill, unless he gets to a Hydro, because Hydro will almost one-shot me. And there we go. So again, catching is very vital here. Alright, this was one of my favorite games that evening. We run Sableye into Shadow Vic. If you see Shadow Vic, there's probably more DGM Pokemons in the back. Like a Bastiodon, a Wigglytuff, or a Bastiodon that pairs well with Medicham. Medicham might be in the back. If you see Shadow Vic, just think of Bastiodon Medicham. Look, it's always there, always. This team that I'm facing right now usually runs Pup on Medicham too, so that's worse for my Reggie. But I have a slight energy advantage. My opponent didn't swap too quickly, and I want to debuff this thing like right away. Reset it to its reset the buff there. And now I might be able to get to another one. He will buff himself again here though, and it will add up. Again, this is, I have like a rank 500 Registeel, and it's pretty good. If you have a good IV Registeel, it's pretty good. A bad IV Registeel with high attack could actually have a lock-on breakpoint on Shadow Swampert, which could be useful sometimes. I swap in my Beedrill into Victreebel. This is a dream matchup. And in the back is the Bastiodon. Now do keep in mind, I have 2 shields. And I have almost no HP left, so this is getting very difficult. The Victreebel has a move. I just want to get these Durons off. This is an XL, a very XL Bastiodon, because those Durons just don't do that much. This is a Shadow Beast, such high attack, and Duron does like what, 60%? It's pathetic. But luckily, because Bastiodon is so bulky, the smackdowns don't do any. They do as much as the counters of a Medicham. Actually, I think Medicham hits harder with counter. And as long as I take this thing out, the Shadow Vic can't beat 2 of my Pokemons. And boom! It's down. They throw the acid spray. I will shield this, even if it's only just to get my Shadow Claw through. If it threw Leaf Blade, the next Razor Leaf wouldn't kill, but now it does. And they have nothing left, so my Beedrill takes the game here. Registeel set up the game so well here. Alright, we're up against FP Sticks here. We got Sableye into Deoxys, very, very good lead. This usually pairs with Walrein, Umbreon, Nidoqueen. Those are the most common Pokemons with Deoxys really, or Charm A9. I've seen that as well. Unfortunately, even with the speed that I switch, I can rarely outpace to an Earthquake, but FP Sticks decides to bait me. If it's normal Wall Rain, Earthquake doesn't do that much. It doesn't do that much really. You can definitely take one. Shadow Wall Rain is more tedious. That's Earthquake is a bit more scary. So sometimes I like to no-shield there. And after the debuff, this is a very convenient matchup for me. So I no-shield again, because I would survive Earthquake, but he baits me again. I'll throw another Zap Cannon before his potential Earthquake. Now he's double debuffed. I still might survive an Earthquake from here, even after 2 Ice Cold Spears. And he does go 2 shields down. He really wants the switch here. That makes sense, because Deoxys is ass against Sableye, obviously. And he does Earthquake that doesn't even kill. Yeah, this is looking very good for me. It's looking very good for me. But FP Sticks is very good at building teams. So this is not over yet. He's going to have something in the back that I will not like. Miss all of the bubbles because I was looking at chat. The Zap Cannon goes through and in comes his own Reggie. That will be too good of a farm down for him. So I want to get my foul play off just right away. I don't want to get a farm down there because that will give me a lot of trouble. I'm already... I only have 1 shield remaining, so my beat draw also kind of dies to a Psycho Boost. Should FP6 get there. And this Zap Cannon will hurt, and I can't shield it. I can't shield it. And this is very smart by him. He comes into the Deoxys. My Sableye being debuffed is gonna tickle it with Foul Plays and Shadow Claws now. 1 debuff makes this matchup way more manageable for Deoxys. Obviously the moves still add up, but he throws Psycho Boost here. That definitely wasn't necessary. I think he could have farmed me down, that's for sure. It throws Psycho Boost, double debuffs himself. Now I survive a Psycho Boost. I don't have to shield anymore. Yeah, this is super effective, but it's double debuffed. Deoxys is also very defense weighted, so we're good there. The counts don't add up. I tried to flex, but I watched the battle back, and apparently he wasn't even at the Psycho Boost. So nice try hard flex by me. And yeah, this Registeel is in drill run range, so I win that game against FP6. Next up is Dijon Dejin. I think I have a pretty good record there as well, and here we get a good lead again. But he's gonna bring out the weakness of this team next to Diggersby. It's K9. A lot of people have been using Ember K9 ever since Cindy won the... which one was it? The Indianapolis? No, it was the Vancouver Regionals. The Vancouver Regionals, right? K9... Kanto Ninetales has been becoming increasingly popular, and it can be very difficult to answer, but using it as a safe swap is kinda because there's a lot of Swampert and still Azumarill running around, so I find it very iffy. Even Alteria's running around. Even Alterias are running around. This is one thing that Altaria actually can beat. Luckily my Sableye is thick enough that I can beat this. If you have a non-XL Sableye, you don't win this matchup. You get Embered down right here, because I reach his move at 1 HP. This is even predictable. It's the easiest catch of your life. Obviously, I have to throw at 1 HP. I can't swap into my backline. But the good thing is, the bee can farm this completely down, because the grass moves are double resisted. The sludge is, well, single resisted. It's still chunks though. The correct play here is to sludge me. My opponent throws a Frenzy Plant. I don't know why. Probably hoping to get 2 moves, I guess. And now I have a drill on for the K9. But the K9 is unlikely to come in. I'm pretty sure he needs 1 more Ember as well to get to his move. And in comes the Kofa Grigas. I was very aware he could swap in, but because he caught my move, his time is not up yet. Now if I land the Zap Cannon, it's probably over. It's probably over. Except if he does one thing, and that is, well... take out my Reggie with the Kofa. That's his win call. Take out my Reggie with the Kofa before I can get to another Zap Cannon. But I'm not sure if the Shadow Ball will kill after a debuff. It might. But it looks like my opponent decides to do something else. He goes into the Kanto Ninetales to snipe my Registeel here. I'm pretty sure he banked the Dark Pulse on his Cofagrigus, but it doesn't matter. I already landed one Zap Cannon and now I win CMP with the B. So yeah, I think if he was able to take out my Reggie with his Kofa, because the zero shields are not bad, he could have won, maybe. Alright, next match against someone else very close to being legend, so they're gonna give it their all, right? I'm happy to see this G-Fisk here. My rank 500 register is actually not bad against either. I don't win it, but it's very close. Go straight foul play here. I personally never shield in this matchup, but this time I decided to. To shield the Rock Slide, of course. But that's okay. We'll just throw another foul play. We need to get this Stunfisk low. And they give me a shield back as well. This is still... I have no fast move pressure on this thing. So I need to land another foul play or take it out. This is another bait. I mean, I would survive the Earthquake and get to it regardless, but... Interesting. You throw another Rock Slide that doesn't kill me. And I'll let him hit me a bit more, so whatever comes in next gets less farm. G-Fizz is a very tricky lead, but usually Beedrill on the back is pretty good. Against like this. This is a pretty solid matchup for Beedrill, as long as there's one shield still. An X-Scissor does about 40% here. My opponent might even shield it. And now, I don't know what to expect. Maybe it's Sableye. They do shield it, actually. And this is tricky. If he baits me here, we CMP on the next move. And CMP is IV dependent. My B is not too great, but it's also the easiest catch. And in comes a Deoxys defense. Can't really put my Registeel anywhere now. I believe this is the rank 1 team on PV Poke. And here I don't know, dude. I just did a random catch. I just swapped randomly on 8. And he decided to throw there, so that's nice. Yeah, a Focus Plus will take this out with the lock-ons. He's double debuff now, so this Deoxys is not gonna put in a lot of work anymore. And the Trapment that comes in after this cannot farm up too much, because then if he doesn't have enough energy for IB, I think I'm 2 poison jabs off the X-Scissor. That will do a lot of damage. In comes the Focus Plus as well, take out the Deoxys, and this thing is very close to Zap Cannon Rage. It might already be. And here it comes. Will this take it out? Oh yeah, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I think this is the last battle that I needed for Legend. Well, actually I didn't need it. I only needed 3-2, I believe, but I hit a 5-0 in my last set. And it's Surfetch lead. This is usually steel types in the back, so I'm not too happy with it. Most ideally, I want to catch a Leaf Blade on my Beedrill, but if there's like a Skarmory in the back and this thing gets aligned to my Reggie again, I am, well, in pain. I might shield one move in case of Brave Bird, but I don't shield, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's an obvious Leaf Blade, right? The Leaf Blade does take me out. I'm at another move here and he throws another counter. This foul play will take out the Surfetch. Even though resisted, it does so much damage. And look at how close. Look at that. He's 2 shields down. And I will shield this just in case it's a Brave Bird. He hasn't revealed Night Slash anywhere. There it is. I won't shield the second one though. Maybe I should have called that on my Reggie though. But that's okay. Let's see. It's probably steel types in the back with Surfetch. Although, like, this will be very weak to, like, Medi, right? If they do have a steel type. They actually do have a steel type. I guess they kind of stay in against the Medicham lead with the Surfetch. Anyway, this is not a great matchup, because if they bait me correctly here, they will outpace me to the Earthquake. And I know that. I know that. Do they know? They do know. So I no-shield it. Very good and lucky call by me. They probably knew that they had to bait to outpace me. And now I can comfortably shield whatever move he throws next. Skarmory cannot do anything against Registeel. It's not like Bastiodon, but it does the job fine, right? They shield that, that's fine. I'll just throw immediately. And the Registeel should be able to close out. Registeel is absolutely busted in this meta. Beedrill does things, but yeah, we all know who the real MVP is. It's always the MVP, whoever it's being used. Registeel is absolutely busted. I'm not throwing yet. I'm waiting for him to throw Brave Bird, because then my Zap Cannon one-shots. But it already does so much from here, so I think I can just throw now. And that should take out this Scar. Oh, it doesn't take out the Skarmory, but I should be able to lock on down this game. So yeah, those were a few showcases of my Legend run in 2 days in the GBL weekend on my Twitch stream, which was a lot of fun. You can see more sets there if you want. It was very tedious in the open leagues, but you know, I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we did it. And now there's a lot of content to make once you hit Legends, right? Maybe leaderboards, maybe leaderboards. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you liked it. Maybe it's useful for you. And have a good one. See you later.